West Liberty University and the University of Charleston. Let's play for the championship.
You know, I just like I told these guys just now in the locker room, extremely proud of them. With the exception, I told them, of 8 to 10 offensive possessions, I really thought we executed our game plan. And, you know, we got a little quick sometimes, and when you play fast normally, it's easy to do. It's hard to pull off the reins sometimes, but when we pulled off the reins and we were patient, we did what we wanted. And I really liked our effort defensively. We tried to switch defenses quite a bit, and I think it worked for the most part. We just made, you know, we kind of screwed up there at the end of regulation. We had one missed assignment, and if you guys couldn't tell who that was, he's blowing his eyes out. senior, and he knows, but he had a heck of a day. 7.7 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 steals, 2 turnovers. I mean, he played his butt off, and you know, he's hurting right now, and he know. I mean, he knew he did it, but you know, we were right there, had a chance to win, and did everything we needed to do to win. I don't know how many teams this year had a 0 turnover margin against West Lib. You know, he only turned it over 15 times, and you know, their turnover margin is usually through the roof, and we kept it even. And you know, just proud of these guys. You know, when you're putting together a game plan, you're never sure whether guys are going to execute it and guys are going to do what you need them to do. And you know, for 90% of the game today, we executed it, and I really thought we deserved to win.
Oh, Mark, those 10% times your 10% that you guys didn't execute, it seemed like when you got up by 4 or 5, that's when you guys got impatient.
Yeah.
Like you wanted to make one shot that would make it a 20-point lead.
We talked about it. I mean, I can't tell you how many times this year we've talked about we don't need home runs, we don't need anybody trying to be a hero. We just need to be a team, and we have been. I mean, we won, what, 14 or 15 in a row, I don't know how many it was, but when we needed to bear down and make plays, and we've done it all year. And you know, I mean, like you said, we got a little bit quick there at times when we had a big lead and wanted to be a hero, but you know, we really did make plays when we needed to make plays. I mean, the and-one dunk by PJ and the pass from Marcus was phenomenal. Marco Richardson made a big play. I mean, we made, I'm sure I'm forgetting other people late in the game, but we just made some big plays. It's unfortunately they made a couple too. They made some big threes, and that little kid just he can shoot. He was having a tough night, and you got to give him credit. He stepped up and made a big shot after having a bad night shooting the ball. So, you know, thought we played pretty well.
PJ, you first couple of games down here, I thought you had a decent floor game. You didn't shoot particularly well. Now, here you had 33. What got into you?
Championship game. I just feel like I had to step it up. Me and my team, everybody shot it well tonight. It was motivation for us. We lost this one, just go win the region.
Well, that's what I was going to say next. You guys, I mean, obviously you're not finished. I know this is hard, but at the same time, you're still playing. That's got to help, I hope, anyway.
Yeah, we just talked about that, you know, and you guys are hurting, but, you know, we got practice this week. That's not many teams in the country do, you know. We got practice again. Season's not over. And, you know, I told them how many times does, you know, a team lose in the conference tournament and go on and play, you know, get far in the NCAA tournament, you know, go to the Final Four, or go to the Sweet 16, or whatever it may be. You know, that team's, I told the guys this too, that team's top 5 in the country, so what are we? You know, I mean, that was nip and tuck and could have gone either way with it. And, you know, so, well, what are we? And with that effort, with the effort we had all week, I would assume we probably, with Shaw losing, and well, we probably won't get above Shaw, but with people losing in the region, I would say we'd stay pretty firm where we're at, that 3rd spot, I would think. So everyone below us lost. So before today, so you know, you would think we'd keep that, and that's a pretty good place to be going in the NCAA Division II tournament. You know, you're away from the home team, you're on the other side of the bracket, and you know, I know I've been on both sides. You know, at Arkansas Tech, we were on the #1 seed bracket, and then we were the #1 seed. So, you know, I always said to be on the other side and be 2 or 3 when you don't have to deal with the distractions and you still get to go on the road, and you know, guys can focus. They don't have to go to class while they're there. I mean, it's a lot of big things. I mean, you know, these guys went to class all week. We're playing in the conference tournament, and we're in class the days of the games. You know, it's somewhat of a distraction. You know, nobody else is doing that. They're on the hotel eating pregame and watching film. So, you know, West Lib will be in class next week as they host the region. So, you know, I mean, it's just, I think we're in a pretty good spot. We just get to play again.
Is it better to go to West Liberty rather than somewhere like, because it's a little closer? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, it's hard to play on anyone's home floor, but you know, I know these guys would be ready if we got to play them again. There's no doubt about that. You know, and hopefully we will get a chance to play them again. That means we've hopefully got all the way through to the region final. So, you know, we're gonna told these guys, let's start another streak. Let's play one game at a time. You know, if you took anything from today, it tells you that you could probably play with anybody in the country. So let's go. You know, we got the best 64, and let's go play against the best in the country.
Coach, last year's regional final, IUP and West Liberty, was a similar situation. I think IUP was down 3 and had 6 or 8 seconds, whatever it was. And that coach was basically saying it's hard to draw something up because of the unpredictability of what they do defensively.
Right.
Did you face the same situation there with not knowing the perfect play in that situation to call or whatever?
I knew what I wanted to call, but we've never done it before. You know, we work on situations all the time, but you know, the play we tried to draw up, it didn't click quick enough, you know, and I liked what we were trying to do. I've done it before with other teams, and it's worked. But we just didn't go quick enough. And then I think we got a little antsy and threw the ball in too quick. You know, we didn't let the action happen. And we thought, oh, I'm going to get a 5 count, and we threw it into the wrong guy. We weren't supposed to go right into PJ. It wasn't supposed to be a heave from PJ. He was supposed to be kind of a decoy. And, you know, it just didn't click. It didn't go off too quick. But, yeah, I knew they were going to man. I knew they were probably going to switch, which is what I wanted them to do. And, you know, it just didn't go fast enough. And if we would have clicked a little bit quicker, I think we would have got a better shot. But, you know, I can't. It's a new play that we just put in with 3 seconds ago in the conference championship game in overtime. I mean, you can't expect your guys, I don't care who it is, you know, the Lakers aren't going to execute a play they've never seen before perfect. So, you know, it's my fault. You know, we probably should have run something we're a little bit accustomed to. But we really don't have any side-out play in from half court to get a shot in 3 seconds. So you really, I don't know, not many teams do. You only get 20 hours a week, so you don't have a ton of time.
Did you consider for a second just attacking, not calling timeout?
Yeah, I did. And then I saw, well, we did, kind of.
Right.
I thought my whole thought process was we're going to get the ball in quick, and I'm going to watch what happens.
Yeah.
And Marcus took off up the sideline. I knew the sideline was there. They were running 3 guys at him, and I thought, this is either going to be a foul or turnover. If it's foul, we're down, you know, we're down 3. So I thought maybe they would try to foul. So when I saw him get close to half court, I just used a timeout and let's draw something up. So it was just, it was let things happen and see what goes.
TJ, the last couple times that you guys had the ball, they really couldn't get you a good shot. Was really doing something different in the last few minutes of overtime on you? Or?
They played good D. You know, I took some bad shots, made a few bad decisions, but I still think we still had to play good offense. You know, like Coach said, we didn't get the ball in like we wanted to, but otherwise, I think we played good.
I'm guessing you guys don't feel like you lost this game either in the last, 6 seconds or even in overtime. Maybe, right?
I'm not saying they deserve to win because they made plays. They made plays, you know. But I thought we deserved to win too.
Mm-hmm.
I thought whatever way that went, you know, I mean, it's life. I mean, they made shots. They deserved to win. But, you know, I thought we did too. I thought we had them where we want. Shoot. We played 39 minutes and 50-some seconds. Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And just let him get away. And he made a shot.
Guys missed a lot of layups too, a lot of
He
buckets.
did. We didn't finish right around the basket. And that's kind of been, we've done that a lot.
But you did shoot free throws well.
Yeah, we didn't shoot bad. We didn't shoot free throws particularly well early, but then made them late. And, I'm really proud of them. It's the 4th-ranked team in the country, and it's a conference championship. Think about what this team's done. I know you alluded to that the other day, but those guys, West Lib, most of those guys, with the exception of Ced and C.J. Hester, those guys have been around that program for quite a bit. They've gotten accustomed to that system and how they play. And in 2 years, and all these guys 1 year. These guys have won, what are we now, 26-6? 26-6. To have a lot of 1 year and 2 year guys, and everybody's new because I've only been here for 2 years, so they're all new to me and I'm all new to them. But for them to 26-5 or 6 now and go to the conference finals, take the number 4 team, give them all they can handle, that's crazy. I'm so proud of these guys. What an accomplishment, and so close to winning it, so close to being on top of the mountain, and and we're still playing. So I'm very proud of my team, and I've got a lot of faith in these guys that they're going to pick themselves up and come back and play even better the next time out.
This is a question for all the players. What is it that you guys like about Coach Downey's coaching and his system?
The freedom mainly really allows us to play. He's got your back. He's going to let you know when you mess up, but 2 plays later he's going to run a play for you to hit a 3. So he's got your back, and he gives you a lot of freedom. Really trust you.
Claudio doesn't like that.
I love the fact that he held us to a higher standard than we hold ourselves sometimes, Me coming in, at first I thought I was doing all right, but obviously, Coach Downey got bigger plans for each one of us, Sometimes we go to practice and he goes and he just yells at us like, "Hey, you gotta get better, you gotta get better." But in all honesty, he sees greatness in us, and I love that about him, and that's what I love the most about Coach Downey.
I like that he won't give up on you. He won't let you go out and make the same mistake over and over. He puts you to the limit where as you should play your hardest, and that's how he wants you to play. He won't let you play weak or nothing. If you're messing up, he's going to let you know you're messing up. And he got passion for the game. Sometimes it feels like when you playing, it's like he playing out there with you.
A great championship game. I think probably the 2 teams that people wanted to see play, Charleston, obviously number 2 in the conference, and represent the city of Charleston real well, and playing great basketball, and we were number 1 in the league, and I don't think it disappointed anybody. A great basketball game that everybody saw. Could have gone either way in regulation, could have gone either way in overtime. A shot that goes in, it doesn't go in, a ball that spins around the rim on a layup and comes out. This is what wins and loses games. But for our guys, I'm proud of the fact that they played as hard as they could for 45 minutes. That's all we ask them, and they did that again today, and it worked out well for us. I think Charleston could probably say the same thing. I thought they played as hard as they could for 45 minutes, and unfortunately it didn't work out for them. But I thought it was a great game for the spectators, a great championship game here for the conference.
Hey, Tim, I think you made your first 3 and then missed 10 in a row, and then you hit the 1. Obviously shows confidence, but just take me through when do you think about the last, I guess you don't think about the last 10 misses or whatever. You just catch it and let it fly.
No, Falk did a good job of penetrating the middle and hit me right on it with a good pass and lined up the laces, and I'm not the type of guy who's going to turn down a shot like that. So.
And we trust him every time, no matter what. If he misses 25 times, we're going to give him the ball right away.
But it seemed like after you missed either the one before or the one before that, you put your hands on your knees. I don't know if you're thinking of it wasn't your night or if you're just tired from running. What happened there? Did you get down on yourself a little bit?
I don't know, a little bit. I feel like I'm a really good shooter, and I've always been told good shooters keep shooting. So that was my mentality the whole night.
He wasn't tired. He could go forever.
That's what
it was a little bit of frustration. I saw it, a little frustration because he expects to make shots. And as far as there was no question mark in his mind with 2 seconds to go on the clock and we're down 3. There was never a second thought about him shooting.
Well, you gave him a bit of an extended break earlier in the game, and I didn't know if maybe he was just his head wasn't right or something.
I had a couple fouls, and when Sean Dyer came in, he's in rotation. We've got good players, and we rotate guys out. And Sean came in and hit a couple threes for us at that point in time. And Tim's been known to get in foul trouble. He's a very aggressive player, and but he comes up with good steals for us. But we just kind of going through a rotation.
Coach, I'm guessing you feel the same way about Timmy taking that shot, even though I'm sure maybe you didn't have the numbers, but he missed quite a few in a row there.
I've seen Timmy make probably close to 10,000 threes, and the last thing in my mind was like, I don't want Tim Hosfield to take a 3.
Right.
That would have never crossed my mind.
How much crap do you catch about how small you are now? Well, the reason I ask is because Coach Downey said the little guy got us, and I'm sure you hear that a lot. And you had UC, I know you guys heard the UC fans during warm-ups just yelling at your end and everything else. Have you gotten that kind of thing your whole career?
Yeah, ever since I was a freshman in high school, I was 5'5", 125 pounds, and playing varsity ball, obviously I'm going to get crap from other opposing high schools and whatnot, so I'm kind of used to it.
Every now and then his own teammates mention his size to him, too.
Cedric, how big was y'all's defense on? You guys were up 1 late in the game in the overtime. You guys denied Reyes, didn't give him the ball, and they desperation shot from Humphries. How big was y'all's defense on that possession right there?
Well, it was critical. I mean, Alex did a fantastic job on Reyes. I mean, he was making tough shots, and then we just stayed behind each other the whole time. Kept pushing each other, kept talking to each other, staying help side, just denying everybody the basketball. And we did a great job, made them force a tough shot. So it was great down the stretch.
You know, Jim, winning this is one thing, but how big is it to host the regional game?
I'm pretty excited about it. I think there's, in addition to being an advantage, there's 8 great teams going to be in the region. No one's an odds-on favorite, but if you have the home court advantage, it definitely helps you. And it's great for our crowd. It's great for our players to not have to travel. So yeah, this is really big. The host the regional here, and it's exciting to bring a few teams back from our conference that are great teams, and some teams from other areas too. It's exciting, but to host it, because it was such a great event for us last year. Our school does a great job of hosting a regional too. Not just we have it, but it's all first class. The way we run things up here, Coach Watson always takes care of every detail, and where I don't have to do anything. That's the good part. I just have to coach the basketball team. But yeah, it means a lot to us.
Now with Shaw losing, and if you guys would have lost, you probably think you still would have hosted? I know it doesn't matter now.
I think we would have hosted it either way. Got one. I know you're asking back here.
Yeah. So, as a team that lost 4 seniors from last year, because you get told that a lot, how does it feel having a new identity, that you're just a new team and that you have all these great players?
I think it speaks well for our program. We did have 4 great players that we lost. 4 guys that scored over 1,000 points, well over 1,000 points, almost 6,000 between them. And we lost those guys, but we like to think that we are a basketball program and a system that produces wins. And obviously we've got outstanding players here. We've got guys that know how to win. I got a couple guys sitting there beside me that are juniors, and Tim and Alex. I think Tim and Alex and Chris have probably won more basketball games. They're probably the 3 winningest basketball players in the country at any level. Division I, Division II, Division III, NAI. These guys are 90-some and 6 in 3 years. I don't think there's another player in the country who can put up a number like that. So these guys, they're used to winning. And I think tonight was probably the fact that we won a lot of games. Instead of getting discouraged, their mindset was, how are we going to win this game? How's it going to work? And obviously they found a way to do it. So, I think losing 4 guys and still winning, it speaks to our overall program.
Along those lines, you guys just don't get in games like this. You're not in overtime, down 3, very often, if ever. I mean, how do these guys keep that?
I don't know. Alex, how many times have we done it in practice, though?
We do it just about every practice or every other practice. We do 3-minute or 2-minute drills. It really helps us a lot.
We start with a score 80-80 or 90-90 and 3 minutes to go on the clock, and we play it out over and over again. And part of it, Jim, is because last year I instituted that because we were in so many games that were lopsided. It seemed like I thought we're getting a tight game. We're going to choke. Right. We need to run through this. So something we started doing regularly is put 3 minutes on the clock, put 2 minutes on the clock, put us up 2, down 1, and say, let's play it out. It helps the player. It helps me as a coach. I started thinking, what kind of decision am I going to make in this? This comes to pass like this, and I think it made us probably more comfortable. We've had some close games this year, more than last year. We probably had about 10 games that were decided in the last 2 minutes, and we lost a couple of them, and we won 8 of them.
Alex, 24-11 in 45 minutes. Would you come out even if they would have tried to get you out of there?
I don't think so. No, I was pretty in tune in the game. I think, as Coach would say, my motor never stops. It never really has for me, and that's one thing I have going for me. So definitely wouldn't have ever came out.
Is there another level? I mean, can you actually?
I always try to reach for it. I mean, I've never tried to level myself out. I mean, I've always tried to push myself as far as I can, and I've never hit that limit yet. So
He never stops. Trust me, he never stops.
Tim, how does this championship feel since you guys had to come back and climb the mountain a little bit?
Feels great, getting back to back for, I think this is Seth's first one. It's got to feel good. It's good for the program, and it's good for all our fans that travel all the way down here. It feels great.
What was the game plan for defending PJ Reyes?
I actually had a couple volunteers, believe it or not. I kind of liked that. I had Alex had done a pretty good job on the first time and was doing a pretty good job. He can just make shots that other guys can't make. He's so hard to contain. But I got a couple guys here. Cedric is a good guy. Volunteered to guard him, and I thought, something, I could probably D him up pretty well. Alex did a pretty good job. I thought a couple of the shots he made, the one he made from just behind the foul line, I think we grabbed his arm when he shot, and he made it anyway. And it was a very difficult shot, but I thought as long as he's taking those shots, it's hard to keep him taking a shot that's less than that one. And at the end of the game, I felt like they're probably going to go PJ Reyes. And we took an extra timeout. I think it's to the advantage of the defense. Let's talk about this a while. Let's talk about the situation of, can we foul? And if they get the ball and the guy's heading for maybe something that looks good, you can reach and put on a line for two, but we don't want to give them a three foul shot, foul on the shot. I actually thought about taking another timeout. We took one beyond theirs. I thought about taking another one. The offense sits for a long time, gets a little flat sitting there. They can only talk about so many times what they're going to do, but we can keep emphasizing switch the screens. And if you saw what happened, they set a good screen on Alex, and Sean Dyer stepped out on a good switch and pushed him back to half-court line. And, it's the guys, everything is kind of frantic. You get in the huddle and everybody's saying, do this, do that, and you get some time. You just calm down. Let's figure out what we're going to do here. And we had a couple of timeouts. But P.J. Reyes is a guy that's very difficult to guard one-on-one. Probably the hardest guy in the league to guard one-on-one. I thought we did the best we could. And down the crunch time, when it was obvious they were going to go to him, we made him take a very difficult shot at the end, which come pretty close to going in anyway.
Coach, where have you seen the improvements in Charleston? You played them about the 7th game to tonight.
They've improved across the board, I think, everything they're doing. But if there's one aspect I think they're playing better defense. I know we put up 90 points. It may not look like that on the stat line, but I saw them in the tournament earlier, and I thought they're playing much better, hard-nosed defense. They're covering more ground. They're a little more physical. They're hitting the boards hard. I think they're a very, very solid program right now. And obviously they're one of the top 3 teams in the region and nationally ranked. The first time we played them, even talking to Coach Downey after the game, I could tell he wasn't happy where they were at that point in time with a lot of different aspects of the game. But obviously he's the kind of guy that's just not going to settle for that. And he pushed him pretty hard, and I think it shows on the court.